wanna but they can't, cause I got that drink. God got my back, you with me, he cranked that yank. I said, nah, ain't no gon' stop me from shining. Gotta do it all in God's timing. Hate to keep reminding, I can't do it if it ain't aligning. No bother if the money ain't chiming. I said, nah, ain't no gon' stop me from shining. Gotta do it all in God's timing. Hate to keep reminding, I can't do it if it ain't aligning. No bother if the money ain't chiming. Let me tell you, it got me about it. Through Japan, thumbing through them bands. I double down on it, bet my crown on it. That you cannot pull it down from me, cause I deserve the splurge whenever I urge the purge. But I heard that you capping down. Wait a minute, who you talking to? I got your birth certificate, you know I fathered you. Just because I'm shining doing my thing, you mean it bothered you? You was barbecue. I'm so sorry that my ascension at life is hard for you. I told you that I could not concur, that I could only concrete when I speak. You see truth, get a sheet from my teeth, cause it's gold. I serve it up fresh off of that stove. For my from the country, gotta know I'm on cold in that mode. Yeah. Don't let nobody tell you can't do what you want to do in life. You feel me? You feel me? This side and north side, this that Anthony Hamilton right after he got baptized in some collard greens as a young baby. This that Fantasia when she at the show and she take her shoes off cause she feel free. And free yourself.
Ovation when we pull up, it gets loud. No hesitation, we locked in, there's no way out. All dedication, winning doesn't take vacation. No space for doubt, we about to put it down. Running, take a breath, keep running. Cause your time is coming, show it out. One head to the top, keep it going, we don't stop. One head, straight away, popping like an 808. One head, do it now, it's your moment, make it count. We got one head.
Last man in this game, 터진 나 바람았던 날 뛰니 물럭광 모두 chain 원래 역전이 더 짜릿한 바삐지 눈을 쏠려 from the whole world 공은 던져 잡고 다시 죽여 till the end 너야 sub-zero to honey. Yeah, this is my home ground don't memory crowd wanted to the top goes like whoosh 떠나가기 질러간 like I said nigga tell my team 믿고 달려 난 still the scene making new history top of the big scene one hit to the top keep it going we don't stop one hit straight away popping like an 808 one hit do it now it's your moment make it count one hit we got one hit
pega tu posición y representa tu país soy el jugador que se creció pero no olvida su raíz estoy pensando en toda mi gente mientras recorro la base firme pase lo que pase vamos por encima esa es la frase sube el volumen cuando llegue mi turno al bate que esto es el clásico mundial ponte ready para el desempate hay que jugar con el corazón darlo todo en el terreno esa es mi pasión con orgullo trae tus colores porque luego ya comenzó we don't stop
one head to the top keep it going we don't stop one head straight away pumping like an 808 one head do it now it's your moment make it count one head we got one head.
Yeah, going crazy on the daily. I don't see a reason why I should stop now. Thought I was at the bottom. How you think I feel on top now? Magnificent. Universe wrote my song, I'm just ad-libbing it. I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Nah, I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Yeah. Big poppin', I realize I'm the gift, so this year I ain't going Christmas shopping. I've been hearing ching off and the smooth slick Rick talking, burnt out. 50 million for the catalog I turned down. I'm making money every second, you should learn how. These puppies barking out a wolf, why would I turn around? Swinging like the first round, even in the 12. Got myself rich, took the fan with me. Always the reality would turn into my fantasy. Want a chance with me, so she holler in the man city. Baby, no humanity, now you can't get it. Going crazy on the daily. I don't see a reason why the I should stop now. Thought it was at the bottom. How you think I feel on top now? How you think I feel? Magnificent. Universe wrote my song, I'm just ad-libbing it. I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Nah, I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Let me talk to you. I ain't trying to do too much. I'm trying to stay tapped in. Chasing you up, I don't need distractions. Connected, I'm obsessed with manifesting. The guest list, I'm only worried about my checklist. Probably spent 6 on my family's expenses. Money made the memory, so I do not regret. Feeling like I'm God's best investment. I don't got no time to pass it. Paris Fashion Week, they asking me if we can who the best is. What's the metric? Yes, it's me. Going crazy on the daily. I don't see a reason why I should stop now. Thought it was at the bottom. How you think I feel on top now? How you think I feel? Magnificent. Universe wrote my song, I'm just ad-libbing it. I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Nah, I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's Shohei Ohtani. And the home opener is underway.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Whips it to Mountcastle. 1 out in the top of the first. Here's Mookie now. Hard hit left side. Henderson over to first in time. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Ball.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 2 down, nobody on. Line drive. And that gets down for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Cutter on the inside edge of the plate. That's a tough pitch to handle, but he seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever. Turned on it nicely.
Kyle Tucker stands in now and watches strike 1. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Ward running hard to get it. And that is that. Back here in Baltimore, and on the hill for the Dodgers, Tyler Glasnow. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, It's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And next for the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. First pitch swinging.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball, 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
That clips the zone, and it's 0-2. Got him swinging. So digging in, Taylor Ward. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. Glass now. Back now at Oriole Park. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
On the ground, right side. Mountcastle takes it himself and quickly one away in the second. Here comes Max Muncy. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. That one ripped, but foul. And that's downstairs and outside. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Breaks his bat, pops it up. And that is that. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Nick Kurtz. Now this is a rocket to left, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2, and he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Late on that fastball. In the dirt. The Orioles with a chance to score first here in the 3rd and final game of the series.
Had some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far moving the ball around nicely.
Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. And a run comes in to score. Here's Adley Rutschman. Right side, hard hit to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In comes the run from 3rd.
He was all over that one. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
He's got it. 2 away now. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. No balls, 2 strikes. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here. He'll take a trot around the bases. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Now batting Joe Adell. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Grounder off the pitcher, and he can't come up with it. So a man at first. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Check swing, but he went too far. And a count even 1-1. Hard hit right side. They get the force. Ends the inning after they racked up. Back here in Baltimore and at the plate for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman. Foul ball. Edman getting to start at second in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was a 6th round draft pick back in 2016. Got him. One gone here. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Out towards right center field. Adell on the run. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Stepping in the long ball threat, Shohei Ohtani. That one is hammered right field. Adell moving back on it. Up against the wall and brings it in. Set for the bottom of the 3rd and into the box for Baltimore, Taylor Ward. Breaking ball inside. Ball 1. And a big swing and a miss.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
The 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Nice grab. Throw to first, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Nick Kurtz. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Ward on at first, nobody out. In the air to left center, Hernandez should have this one. And there's one down. Here's the 3rd baseman, Jordan Westburg. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. That one found hard the other way. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Carrying well. And that one's gone into the bleachers. He hammers one out to center. And they add to the lead. It's 6-0. One down. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. And first offering is fouled off.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Check swing called strike. That's strike 2. There's a swing and a drive. Going back on this one. Makes the catch up against the wall in foul territory. And now here is Colton Cowser. Swings through that.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
And that's the inning. Back now at Oriole Park. On to the fourth. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Line drive to short and caught. One pitch and one out. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Back to the mound. It hit him. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure and they get the out. So here's Kyle Tucker now. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Just missing there. And that is ball 1. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a 1-2. Good eye right there.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some.
Got him swinging. Bottom of the inning and into the box for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle. Glasnow back to work. Fly ball to right. And there's one down. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. He's already homered here in this one. Hit hard, base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's Joe Adele. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. And next for the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. Swings through that one.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Could be extra bases. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's 7-0.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
Got him swinging. All set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. Late on that fastball. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Popped up. Mountcastle settles underneath it. And there's one away. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. He's 0 for 1. In the air, right field. Adele takes it in for the out. And there's 2 away. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Slides for the stop to first. And very nicely done for the out. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Nick Kurtz. Tried to check his swing there, appeal to third. No swing. Kenny Jansen with the call. Well struck right field. That's back. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. And first offering is fouled off. Smoked into left. This looks like extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Pulls in with a double. Third hit for him today.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Line drive. Reaching down, makes the catch. And now the center fielder, Colton Cowser.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swing and a miss at a slider. Now a pop up on the infield. Betts settles under it. Brings it in, and that'll do it. Back here in Baltimore. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Tommy Edman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And it's fouled away.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
0-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0-1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Good job to fight that one off. And a couple of quick outs. So the batting order turns over. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. In the air to left center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second, and that's the third out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle. Missed inside with the curve. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Started after the 1-2 pitch. Appeal to first. He did not go around. Here's a 2-2. And the slider just misses. On the ground. And it goes just foul. Payoff pitch. Fights it off. You'll see another. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. Now it's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. Check swing, and he went. Strike one. Swings through that one out in front that time. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So back to the top of the order. Here's a big power threat, Joe Adell. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss at a slider. Out towards left center. Pajes on the move. And there's 2 down. Henderson, 24 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2019. That one is absolutely belted, and that's going to bang against the wall.
Waste no time there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Now it's going to be Taylor Ward. Runners on first and third, 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Pajes on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back now at Oriole Park. We go to the top of the 7th. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This one in the air, center field. Cowser drifts towards it. 1 up, 1 down. And here's Freddie Freeman. 1 for 2. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Man at second. And that one is in for a strike.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
In the dirt, blocked. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Stays alive. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Will Smith to the plate.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage, over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, you got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
And that's a strikeout. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just the new pitcher for the Dodgers, Jack Dreyer.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
All over that one right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Pajes on his way over. Takes it in for the out. 1 out, man at first. And the batter now, Adley Rutschman. In the air, left field. Hernandez on the move. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle.
And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. A 2-run shot, and they boost their lead. It's 9-0. So 2 down. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. On the ground to the left. Zips it across, and that'll do it. Back here in Baltimore, ready to begin the 8th, Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a foul straight back. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And there's 1 down. And now Teoscar Hernandez. In the air on the infield. Westberg settles under this one. And there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Tommy Edman will hit next. Swing and a foul straight back. Here's 0-1. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Got him swinging for the K. Bottom of the 8th. And into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holiday. Out there to center. Pajes under it. And there's one away. Back to the top of the order now. Now, Joe Adell. That one fouled off. Now the 0-1. Foul ball there. Ripped, and he can't glove it. It's by him.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And first offering is fouled off. Fouled off left side. Caught him looking for the K. Taylor Ward getting ready to hit. This one high in the air to left center. Hernandez moving under this one. And that is the third out of the inning. Back now at Oriole Park. All set to start the 9th in this one. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And there's a foul ball. 0-1 now. Lined, and that's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a example of it right there.
Tyler Wells gets the call from the pen.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 9-2. Here's Mookie Betts now. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Wells, a 6'8" righty. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a cutter, and he occasionally uses a curve. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here at the top of the 9th. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here is Freddie Freeman. Swing and a miss as he was out front. That one hammered but pulled foul. Out to center. Cowser moving back for this one. And there are two down. So last chance for the Dodgers. Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. This one smoked on its way out of here. Kyle Tucker sends it out. It's their second home run of the inning. Ripped, but it curls foul. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. The Dodgers down to their final strike. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 0-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Popped up. Henderson in position. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles slug their way to a win in this one. 9-3 your final here in this one as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.